Morning, folks. Tuesday the 17th, Ezhou, Wuhan, Hubei, China. As always, I'm out to go clean and do my bit for the community. Keep everybody as safe and healthy and happy as I can. Doing my bit. It's important. It's important that everybody helps out and does what they can. Yeah, so Tuesday 17th, like I said, got our pretty guards back again today. Still behind closed gates. Hospital over there. Where the sick people go in up there, you might be able to see the people in blue suits up there. That's where the sick go in. A bit hard to film from inside the gate, but anyway. Get over this part of the world, mate. I'm not only stuck in China, but I'm stuck in such a foreign environment on my own. It's made it a little bit harder for me. However, the quicker I accepted my situation, the better my situation became, and fighting it was absolutely useless. It's sort of like fighting a rip in the ocean. It's very detrimental to you, to your survival, and the quicker you learn to go with the flow, the better chance you got. But yeah, this is part of the area I'm stuck in, and I can tell you what, it's not Ulladulla. The lady up there in the second floor there, she was the lady that stabbed me with a fucking tree branch. And everybody in this community said to me, don't bother cleaning around her house because she's a bitch. But that wasn't really going to achieve what I'm trying to achieve in this situation. And you've got to forgive people for, the stresses that they're going through. Suck it all up. Do what you can. Don't be angry. And if everybody works together, we'll all be fine. Everybody in the world's in the same situation now. No one's better than anybody else. This virus doesn't distinguish between, the rich or the poor, or the one country from another country, or one race or one religion. It does what it fucking wants. And we've all got a similar common enemy here, and so yeah, remember that. So according to some of my followers that have been messaging me from England, their government's taking the approach that they're going to let this go through the society and let the society build up their own immunity and sort itself out. Now, I'm so pleased China didn't do that. With 1.4 billion people here and a death rate of approximately 1 to 2%, that would probably have killed nearly 200 million people in this country, whereas it's only killed 3,500. So yeah, I'm absolutely astonished that those fuckers in the government in England think that's going to be the answer, when seriously all they have to do is knuckle down and lay in some fucking regimented laws, get that pompous fucking army of theirs and all their British establishment to pull their heads in and do something, worthy of their society. Another one of my old lady neighbours, and she's lovely. She has to live next to this poor hole in the wall. And this man here, he's a bad boy. He comes and goes whenever he wants. But yeah. This isolation period that's been going on for over a month for me now, well, the quarantine period, the lockdown's been longer, but it's funny, you find yourself a hobby, pass the time, don't stress about what's going on. I actually learnt to use my phone properly and edit videos and crap that you've all seen. I've learnt to cook donuts and plenty of other things. The kids have been passing their time by doing online schoolwork, homeschooling basically. There's no point scaring them with all the crap that's going on around. They're oblivious to it. They're children. They're adaptable. They adapt to a situation really well. And as long as you don't, freak out around them and make them feel like there's something going on, they should be fine. I remember when this sort of started back at the end of January, and I was in a strange environment and didn't really have any sort of creature comforts at home, and people were dying by the tens at least every day, and up to the hundreds at one stage there. They were knocking up hospitals in a week, in the district here, and if that wasn't enough fear mongering for me, yeah, nothing was. It made me feel very uneasy, knowing that the Chinese government were going out of their way to build so much extra facilities, and so I was, expecting the worst. However, they got a handle on it and everything calmed down, and the sooner I accepted the situation and made the most of it and tried to keep myself busy and out of the limelight, so to speak, things got a lot better. So, don't panic, don't worry, do what you can, relax, get inside. Like I said, find yourself a hobby, keep yourself amused. It's as simple as that. School children in Australia especially get the most holidays out of the whole Western world, so missing 6 or 8 weeks of school isn't going to be a big deal to Australian children. They're quite used to that. They don't really do much at school in our country anyway, so don't stress about that, parents. Let them off, let them stay at home, let them do something at home. They're probably going to learn more at home anyway with this situation. But don't fill them up with propaganda and scaremongering, because that's definitely not going to help their mentality through this. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of noise around here, so I might go and have a bit of a peep and see what's happening here. So yeah, free haircuts are the order of the day today. The shearers are coming in to shear the mob in here and do it for free. Bit of community spirit. Like I said, this virus doesn't distinguish between the rich or the poor, or the Muslims or the Christians, or whatever you might want to think. It doesn't. It has no boundaries. Money means nothing anymore here. Community spirit's everything. Love thy neighbour, helping each other out, all that crap. Well, it's come to the fore now, and it's the way it is in this moment of time in China. Be positive. It's only just starting in Australia. We're probably 2 months ahead of you guys here, and there's a nice, bright, shining light at the end of our tunnel, and we're all looking forward to it. So keep positive, help each other out, and don't worry about the government. They've just let everybody down, and it's not just Australia, it's many other countries. This virus started in a biological chemical warfare laboratory in Fort Derrick in America, and they've tried to cover that up. However, this was started and created by humans, and unfortunately we're going to have to deal with it the best way we can. So being the sweeper around here, I gathered I'm going to utilise my free labour again today, and looks like I'm going to be spending the day sweeping up bloody haircuts on the bloody driveway. So anyway, gives me something to do. Like I said, you got to keep busy, you got to keep motivated, and keep your spirits up. So I'm so bored here. I even clean leaves off other people's cars, because some people just refuse to come outside. We're taking it very, very seriously here, like we all are. And so the least I can do is, when I'm bored, I go and pull the leaves and shit, because these trees behind me are dropping leaves like fucking mulberries at the end of mulberry season. And yeah, so anyway, keep yourself busy. This lady here, she has kept everybody in this community in cigarettes, alcohol, food, morality up, organised all sorts of things off her own back, and yeah, we're all very proud of her. People in the community should be more like her and do what she's doing. Yeah, so the neighbours that live over opposite me there decided to donate me some potatoes today. I gave them some of my lovely Chinese donuts, and they reckon they're the best they've ever had. And so she fronts up with some potatoes and said, "Oh, those French fries you cooked the other day, they were like really great. I was wondering if you could cook my family some." So yeah, I got donated some potatoes today just to cook French fries. It's nice of them, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But anyway, I'll do it for them. And it's interesting that they don't really cook French fries here, considering what they eat. And but yeah, I'm happy to cook them for them. I'll cook myself some for lunch, and yeah, everything will be sweet for another few hours. It's unbelievable. I've actually been getting reports from Sydney that, you know, it's absolute chaos. You know, fights in shops, you know, there's all sorts of crap going on. I really think it's time that the army got involved, because the government's definitely not going to get involved. And the only one that's going to hold law and order in this situation is the army. It's proven here. The quarantine measures here that got brought into place quickly stemmed the flow of all that price gouging and mayhem. You know, that only happened for a few days here, and unfortunately the press in the rest of the world blew it out of proportion, which really wasn't the case. Yeah, so guys, calm down. You know, everybody needs their share, and punching on in Woolies ain't going to fucking help the situation very well. So, you know, don't go ripping off other people's stuff out of their trolleys, etc., because that's really not the go. You know, if you're going to carry on like that, well, you deserve every bit of punishment you get. Yeah, look, guys, I just want to get one message across today, that I know what you're all going through, and you know, in a lot of places that you're watching this virus has just started, and you're in for a long haul, believe me. But there is a light to the end of the tunnel, and I'm standing outside a lady's window here who's had the virus, and she survived, and so did her son. You know, I've got sewer drains running along here. These are sewer drains, they're only 500 mil deep. You know, I've got buildings all above me, people spitting out the windows every day and throwing rubbish out and whatnot, you know. And if anybody was going to get this virus, mate, I would have. And you know, I go out picking up the rubbish and whatnot, and yeah, I was scared shitless, stuck in China, in a foreign environment, you know, not understanding the language, not understanding the concept of the government here and the way they go about things. And when the shit hit the fan, and it happened very quickly, I was petrified, and it took me a while to come to terms with it, but I came to terms with it, and like I've said before, the quicker you accept the situation and deal with it, the better everybody's going to be. Yeah, and like, the numbers are going to skyrocket in the next 2 or 3, 4 weeks in Australia. It's going to become like dire for everybody. So, you know, you got to help each other. You got to calm down. You got to just look on the positive side of all this. It's no real big deal staying inside for this long. You know, there's many countries that go through long winters and people are inside for a long time. It's just, you know, what's going on in the world at the moment, and the quicker everybody accepts the facts and you know, just does what they need to do here, the quicker everyone's going to get better. And if I can deal with this in this situation, and believe me, I can stress and freak out big time when I want to. But yeah, you know, if I can deal with this here, I'm sure everybody in their own countries, in their own environments, in their own personal space are going to have a lot better chance. And so just remember that. So look, folks, I'm standing with a hospital right behind me, and it's full of coronavirus victims, and I'm quite happy to stand here. There's been a lot of death over there and a lot of misery, I suppose, but I'm just trying to point out to you that it's not as bad as it seems. It is a virus, and if you do take protective measures, it won't get you. Yeah, and one other thing I forgot to mention, I'll put some pictures up in a second of my daughter's pride and joy, her little baby. He's got 4 legs, pointy ears, loves killing cats. It's his birthday today, 9 years old. Best dog you'll ever get, Australian blue cattle dog. Happy birthday, Carby, and I hope you're enjoying those chicken fillets, buddy. I'll see you when I get home. I can't wait to play with you, mate.
Is that your new toy? Look, new toy.